Hello and welcome to Ice Dice. My name's Evan and this is Mike.
Hello.
And today we have a review edition where we're reviewing Welcome to the Dungeon. This game is from Iello Games, designed by Masato Yasugi. I probably butchered that, but oh well. Roughly a half-hour game. The theme is that you're a dungeon adventurer, and it's a push-your-luck game. This is a redesign. It's a component upgrade, plus they added a rule or two of Dungeon of Mandom.
All right. For those of you not in the know, the word Mandom is legendary. Well, not recently, didn't even know it existed. But there is Mandom. There's an action star from the 70s called Charles Bronson that did a commercial for a cologne in Japan called Mandom Cologne, right? So it's on the YouTube, and he is liberally dousing himself with said product, and for no reason whatsoever, there's footage of him from his earlier career shooting a gun and then dousing himself with cologne. It's really worth a visit to the YouTube. I know it has nothing to do with the game, but it's funny as hell.
No, I don't think you know why. I don't understand why you think that's strange. Cologne and shooting people go together. I mean, that's just makes sense to me. So this game, it comes with 4 adventures, and it's really just an adventure and their equipment, and then it has a deck of monster cards, and the monsters are numbered from 1 to 9, and the numbers, there's really no difference between these monsters except for their number. The number tells their strength, so what it is you're going to have to be able to absorb that much damage for that monster. So the way it works is each player on their turn draws a card, and they take that card and they either put it in the dungeon, which means the adventurer is going to have to fight it, or they put it in front of themselves and take away one of the pieces of equipment the adventurer would be using. Whichever one of those you're making it harder for the person to go in. And that'll keep going around, and people will do it. Eventually there'll be a stack of cards here, and what's going to happen is, let's say I just did that, and then everyone passes. Well, I did make it harder, but now I'm going to have to be the one that goes through there. So you simply flip each card. Oh, a 5, I can defeat it with this, and then here's another 5. Well, I have this armor that absorbs that damage, and either you make it through without getting through all your hit points, in which case you get a success card, 2 success cards, and you win the game, or you die and you flip your player aid over to the red side. If you go through a dungeon and it's already on your red side, you're out of the game. So the way you win the game is either, like I said, you get 2 successes, or everyone else gets eliminated. But it mostly is a push your luck game. So what do you think about the components in this game?
The components are top notch. Good thick cardboard. Kudos to the graphic designer on this. This is really nice. The graphic design is great.
Yeah, and it's nice thick tiles, and the artwork on the cards looks good. As far as gameplay goes, one of the things is I thought it was going to be super simple, and it is a simple game. I mean, it's not particularly complex. So I do know some people have, until they see you work through the whole, put it over here or put it over there, it takes them a while to see, I still might have to go through the dungeon if everybody else passes. But once they've seen it a couple times, they get the hang of it. But it quickly becomes a point of, well, let's see, if I just pass, whoever goes through there, they're going to be able to make it. So I need to make it harder. But if I make it harder, might be making it harder for myself. So the decisions sometimes are a little bit agonizing.
Yeah, they are. I think it might play better with at least 3 people, because it's, like you said, it's a pressure luck, but you know a little bit of the puzzle. But if it's 2 players, you know half the puzzle. He knows half. The other player knows half the puzzle. So that's not as much fun as a third of the puzzle or a fourth of the puzzle.
I would disagree. I would say that it's more fun to know more.
Half of the puzzle?
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's only half. That's not a lot.
I suppose you're right. Yeah. I guess I see where you're thinking on it.
The thing is, I think it plays fine with more players, but obviously you have less control. I just thought, well, if you want to play it with a little bit more control about knowing what's on there, 2 players might be good. But this is a pretty abstract game. I mean, I guess it kind of feels like you're going on an adventure through the dungeon, but not really. The luck, well, it's not so much luck as that you just don't have enough information. When you're making your decision, it's kind of a guess. You know, I mean, you go, well, I have this that will take out that, but I don't know if that's in there or not. So that can be a little bit tough. The player interaction, you know, it may seem like there's not a lot of interaction because really on your turn, you're just making a decision, but it turns into a negotiating game sometimes, especially with players that are indecisive. It's like, oh, you should take it, or it's like, no, make him. You know, I found that that actually happens during the game.
Some you might be playing with a person who has a penchant for passing or a penchant for screw you guys, I'll go alone, and you play accordingly. This guy's gonna keep passing. I'm just gonna I'll put monsters. I know he's gonna get scared. I'm putting a bunch of little guys in there. The more little guy, if I take a little guy and keep little guys in there, he's gonna eventually back off because he's scared. That's what he does. So you can win that way. So that's the player interaction. That's fun.
Well, yeah, that's not really interacting with them. That's just information.
Yeah, it's information.
Yeah, but you know, so there's not a lot, but it's enough. It's more of it's one of those games that kind of borders on a party game. This is not a serious game. In fact, we played with somebody who is known for playing the complex 18xx type games. Mm-hmm. In fact, he said, "Well, I want to go play something more serious." But I did notice when we play this, he was laughing, ha ha ha, you know. So it's like, yeah, you say you don't enjoy it, but you enjoy it. I know you did. But yeah, so overall, I mean, I give this a like it.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's one of those that it's a family game. I mean, you could bring this out and play with just about anybody, and it only takes a half hour, so it's fun.
Like it.
Yeah, especially for the price point. I mean, it's like $15 MSRP. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, that was our review edition of Welcome to the Welcome to the Dungeon. Yeah, welcome to the Dungeon. Okay, we're gonna have to cut here. So long. See you next time.
I'm old. I'm sorry.
Well, it's not that. It was you were singing.
I can't sing.